Good morning and welcome back to MorningCraft. Today we're going to be industrializing in the city of Thaldrim. Welcome back. So one of my first builds in this city was a pretty cool iron farm. You can see it there just up on the hill and it's pretty cool. It burns iron golems and it looks like a flaming tower. But the area all around it is a pretty bad mess. And so I decided that today we're going to be cleaning this up and building 2 more industrial buildings up here next to it. We're going to get rid of these winding pathways and this clutter of trees, and I think what we end up building is pretty good. So let me show you what we got to work on. So we're going to be overhauling this entire top section of the hill, and the first part of that was going to be cleaning out all the trees so I knew what land we had to work with. And I did that and it was pretty easy. But of course, the next step was going to be a little bit harder. We had to take some time to terraform all of these winding hills, I guess. We've almost got a little bit of a valley there. We've got enough valleys in this town, so yeah, had to clean this up. But I started with our construction yard, which you can see there in the top right in the grey. I went ahead and added a nice retaining wall around that, and then I added a lovely pathway, which takes you up from the lower section up into the new area we're going to be building. It's no good getting up there if it's a mess when you arrive, and so I had to do a bunch of cleaning to make that look better too. So with a few small tweaks, we had a pretty good upper section. You can see as we float up, we've got a bunch of different tiers, all surrounded by nice walls. Each of these has a lovely staircase going between them, and I think at this point, I was pretty happy to start building. These are just going to be initial builds, but one of them looks so good, I think it's going to be staying forever. I do want this to be the kind of area that is producing a steady stream of smoke and feels like the industrial heart of this land. But before I can show you what I built, let's go to a quick story.
To King Chapman of Mornington, Thaldrim, the cradle we once guarded with tooth, claw, and ancient oath, is fallen. War-born Vikings surge through its streets. At their helm rides Victor Armstrong, once our ally, now a name cursed by the old stones. I feel no fear. I feel only sorrow and kamu. And clarity. The Arasich were not meant for eternity. Time has thinned our fur, dulled our roars. 7 of us remain, 7 bears where once we were legions, yet we still remember the promises whispered into our cub ears beneath the moonsap tree. We were born to protect. And so, though we are outnumbered beyond reckoning, we will strike for the heart. One last time. We march tonight. Our mission is not conquest, it is justice. If we can drag Armstrong into the dark with us, if we can rob him of his triumph, then our extinction shall have meaning. King Chapman, Mornington believed in us after the world forgot our name. You gave the bears peace, a home, and purpose beyond battle. For this, I thank you with all the weight of an old, grateful soul. I only ask one more thing. Retake Thaldrim. Perhaps in another time, I would wait to fight beside you once more. But I know the truth held deep in my bones. I will not live to see your arrival. My eyes will close under Thaldrim's red sky. We go into our inevitable extinction, not with a slow unwinding, but with a paw full of purpose. We go roaring. The Great Bear of the Arasich.
Hey, so we're back, and I'm pretty excited to show you what I've been working on up here. It's something that me and Stroppy, or Rainer Zufel, as he's known on YouTube, have discussed a couple times in Discord. And that is, of course, the famous mead from Gronskill. It's made from sweet berries, and we also discussed making one from glowberries for Thaldrim. And of course, we have a wonderful pub in the Thaldrim Vale, so they're going to need a lot of this stuff. And so I built this pretty cool copper tank in which it can be made, and then a second for the glowberry mead as well. But of course, if we've got tanks full of the stuff, we're going to need a bottling plant. And now we can produce as much mead, whether it's glowberry or sweet berry, as Thaldrim can desire. Maybe we'll have enough to export too. I was pretty pleased with this build. I thought it looked quite industrial, and I thought it would serve our pub quite well. And it's only a stone's throw away from the bridges that will take it across to the pub. Yeah, I added a lot of details on this, and I think it should be inside a building, but I really like the way it looks, so I'm not going to hide it. Also, if I put it inside a building, it counts as an interior, and I don't do those, so that would be embarrassing, and it would buck the trend a little bit too hard. But with an awesome bottling plant, I came back for one more build. I used this pretty cool water armor stand conveyor belt to build a little bit of an automatic forge. You can see these iron plates, which are just the very top sections of iron helmets moving around a pool of lava. It's a little bit quicker today for this build. I didn't have as much time, and I spent all my time fixing my mic, so hopefully that's worked. Did do a little bit of test, but I hope it carried on till the end of the episode. But either way, it's the weekend, which is always pretty good. I'm enjoying this sunrise we got here on the screen, and I'm going to turn my head. No, it's too cloudy for a sunrise. Fine, day ruined. Thanks Britain, thanks England. But I hope if you go to your window, it looks more like what's on the screen. Obviously, it'd be weird if there was a giant cathedral that looked like that. You'd probably be in central London. Don't know how you can afford to live there. But if you can, very nice. Either way, I hope you have the most amazing day, the most amazing morning, and enjoy the sunrise next time you have the opportunity. Or don't. I don't really mind. I just want you to be happy. There we go.